Hello friends, hope you all are doing well. This is Dipta and welcome to Dipta's Pathsala. Today we will discuss about crop production and management, which is the first chapter of NCERT 8th grade science book. After completion of this chapter, you can describe what is agriculture, what is crop, about animal husbandry. Also, you can narrate the types of crops and you can describe the different steps of the crop production. So let's start our session. So you all know that all the living organisms depend on food for their growth and development. Food gives us energy, which is very much essential to carry out all the body functions such as digestion, for excretion, for blood circulation, etc. And you in your previous class have already studied that all the green plants are autotrophs. In the process of photosynthesis, by using the sunlight and carbon dioxide, water and minerals from the soil, they can prepare their own food. Whereas all the other organisms, including human beings and animals, they are heterotrophs. They cannot prepare their own food. That's why in order to satisfy their food demand, they have to produce more number of foods, and their proper distribution and management is also required. That's why we depend on agriculture. Here comes the term agriculture. So what is agriculture? The cultivation of crops or rearing of the animals for food and other products is known as agriculture. Both cultivation of crop and animal husbandry belong to agriculture. Now, what is crop? Crop is the same kind of plants grown in the vast area. You have already learned there are different kinds of crops. They may be vegetables, they may be cereals, they may be lentils, or any other spices also. But according to the season they grow, they are mostly divided into two types, that is kharif crop and rabi crop. Kharif crop means the crops that are grown in the rainy season, means from June to September. For example, paddy, maize, soybean, groundnut, all these are examples of kharif crop. Now come to the rabi crop. Rabi crop means the crops that are grown in winter season, basically from October to March, are rabi crops. For example, wheat, gram, linseed, and pea. They belong to rabi crop. Now we can say if you want to grow paddy in the rabi season, means in the winter season, we cannot get enough yield because the paddy, they need much more amount of water for their growth and development. Similarly, if you try to grow wheat in the rainy season, they cannot grow properly because they need very less amount of water, and in the rainy season, due to more water, they are in the waterlogged condition, their roots may damage. That's why they cannot grow. So according to the season, there are two different kinds of crops, that is kharif crop and rabi crop. Next, let's discuss about the practices of crop production, means what are the activities carried out to produce the crops. The first step is preparation of the soil. The second one is sowing, then adding manure and fertilizer, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting, and storage. You can compare all these steps to plant a tree in your garden. For example, when you want to plant a tree in your garden, you have to dig the soil, then you have to put the seed, and you have to water it, and you have to give some nutrients or provide some manures for the proper development of that plant so that you can get proper yield. So now let's discuss the steps one by one. First step is preparation of soil. So what is the meaning of preparation of soil? The process of loosening or tilling the soil is known as plowing or tilling. Why it is important to prepare the soil, to plow the soil? When we plow the soil, the soils get loosened so that it will become aerated, and the roots of the plants can penetrate properly inside the soil, and they can breathe properly, and they can trap the nutrients from the soil. So it is very much important to loosen the soil or turn the soil. Then next comes how to do plowing. Previously, the farmers used plows to dig the soil, but nowadays the tractor driven cultivators are used to dig the soil. Now I would like to say, sometimes when the plowing is done, the big pieces of soil that are called as the crumbs of the soil, they need to be leveled properly, so that they can be aerated properly, they can be crushed properly, so that the plants can grow properly. Here in the picture you can see a tool which is also used in farming. So this is a hoe and it has a bent plate of iron. Basically it is used for weeding purpose, means to uproot the unwanted plants from the field, so that there should not be any unwanted competition among the crops and the weeds. Next is the sowing. Next step is the sowing. So what is meant by sowing? Sowing, the process of planting seed is called sowing. Okay, putting the seed into the soil is known as sowing. Then selecting a good quality of seeds is much more important in the step of sowing. Why it is important to choose good quality of seed? To get better yield. So the plants always purchase hybrid or good quality of seeds from the market, so that they can get a high yield. Understood? Now how to choose the good quality of seed? Here in the picture you can see there are some grains in the bowl and which has some water. Some of the grains are synced, which are healthy grains, and here which are floating, they are unhealthy grains. Why it is unhealthy? Because they are damaged, they may be eaten by some insects, or they may be hollow. That's why it is very light in weight and they are floating. In this way you can identify among the unhealthy grains and the healthy grains. Now comes how to do sowing, means how to put the seed into the soil. In the traditional ways, the farmers used these kind of funnels which are attached to 2 or 3 pipes, and through these pipes the seeds are directly put into the soil. But nowadays seed drills are used, which is very beneficial over these kind of funnel, because these seed drills, they put the seeds in the soil in proper depth in regular intervals. Another thing is that they cover the soil on top of the seed. So what will happen? On the birds cannot eat, the insects cannot eat, so we can protect the seeds from eaten by the birds. And another way, previously the farmers also use their hands to throw the seeds in the field, that is known as broadcasting way of seed sowing. Understood? So when we will use our hand to sow the seeds, sometimes in some areas there might be some more seeds which will encourage the overpopulation of the overgrowth of the plants. And sometimes in some areas there may not be more seeds, there may be less seeds, so there will be less amount of plants. So it is not a good way of sowing the seeds. So better way is use the seed drill to put the soil. So sowing means putting the soil, then choosing the seed is important, good quality of seed is very much important, then putting the seed in proper depth in regular intervals, so that there will be no competition among the plants for sunlight, for space, and for nutrients. Okay, so next comes adding manure and fertilizers. This is the third step of crop production. So what are manures and fertilizers? Fertilizers are the things that provide nutrients to the plants. Sometimes what the farmer do during plowing, okay, they add some amount of manure, so that while they will turn the soil, that manures will get mixed properly into the soil, and which will help in the proper growth of the plants, which will provide more nutrients to the soil. Now what is manure and what is fertilizers? Both are nutrients, as I have already told you, but manure is not man-made. It is made from it is prepared from on the decomposed body parts of the plant and animals. Here you can see an organic substance obtained from the decomposition of plants or animals is known as manure. Okay, we can prepare it directly in the field. Previously, the farmers, what they do, they collect the cow dungs and keep it in a open space, and after years they will be decomposed and form manure. And using manure is a healthy habit because they help in the growth of helpful microbes, and they add humus to the soil. They develop the soil texture, and they help in the water retention capacity of the soil. Whereas the fertilizers, they are also rich in different types of nutrients, but a particular fertilizer has particular nutrient, and they are also giving nourishment to the plants. But the problem is that using fertilizer is always not advisable because it may develop into soil pollution, and sometimes it causes the soil infertility. So we can together use manure and fertilizer. Some amount of fertilizer and some amount of manure is required, so that there will be proper growth of the crops. Sometimes to maintain the soil fertility, what the farmer do, after growing one kind of crop, they don't grow the same kind of crop in the next season. What they do, they prefer to grow another type of crop, which is known as crop rotation. Means growing two or more different kind of plants alternatively. So it will help to maintain the soil fertility. For example, after growing paddy, the farmers, what they do, they choose leguminous plants in which in their roots there are certain kind of rhizobium bacteria. These bacteria are very helpful, and they can trap the atmospheric nitrogen, and they mix it into the soil, and which helps in the soil replenishment and soil growth, and which they, as they add nitrogen, which is much more important for paddy in the next season. After doing the leguminous, after growing the leguminous plants, the farmers can again plant the paddy, okay, or cereals, so that there will be no harm to the soil. Now we can discuss about the differences between fertilizer and manure. Fertilizer is man-made, whereas the manures, they are the natural substances that we obtain from the dead plants and animals. Fertilizers are made in the factories, whereas we can prepare the manure in the field itself. Fertilizer does not provide any humus to the soil, okay, but the manure, they add humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plant nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. Understood? So as of now, we have already discussed what is a crop, what are the different steps of crop production, and we have already discussed 3 steps, that is plowing and sowing the seeds and adding manure. Let's do the quick revision once again. So what is agriculture? Science dealing with the cultivation of crop and rearing of animals is known as agriculture. And next comes crops. What is a crop? When the same kind of the plants are grown in the field in a vast area, okay, that is called as crop. For example, wheat, maize, rice, etc. According to the season they grow, the crops are into two types, divided into two types, that is kharif crop, which is grown in rainy season, and the rabi crop, which is grown in winter season. Then plowing or tilling the soil is the first step, which is very important, so that it will loosen the soil particles, and the root particles can penetrate inside it to get the proper nutrients from the soil. Next come putting the seed or sowing the seed, which we can do by using a funnel or by using seed drill, but make sure that seeds should be in appropriate depth and distance, so that there will be no fight for sunlight, space, and nutrients. Then soil needs replenishment and enrichment. That's why we add manures and fertilizers. The most important thing is that we should follow crop rotation, means growing two different kinds of crops alternatively, so that we can maintain the soil fertility. Hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any doubts, you can write in the feedback session. Please like, subscribe and share. Thank you and catch you again.